The purpose of this session is to help people who haven't used Zoom before to be able to control what they see during a Zoom illustrated talk. The invitation to this session gave links to some Zoom tutorials which hopefully you will have found useful, and you will have tested that your microphone and camera work. The first control that you need to be aware of is how to switch your camera and microphone on and off. These controls, the position of these controls dependent on the type of device you're using. So if you're on a computer or a laptop, they will normally be at the bottom left-hand corner of your screen. If you're using a tablet, they will normally be at the top of the screen. If there is a red diagonal line through the icon, that means that the device is disabled. So if you look at the illustrations at the bottom of the screen, you can see when your microphone is working, the microphone doesn't have a line through it, and it says underneath mute, and that means if you click or press on it, if you're using a tablet, you will then mute yourself. And similarly, the left-hand illustration shows that the video camera is working because there isn't a diagonal line through it. And the instruction underneath is if you click on it or press on it, the video will be turned off. If you can't see these icons on your screen, you need to move your cursor around within the Zoom window, or if you're using a tablet, you need to press on the screen to bring these controls into view. The other main area that you need to be aware of is how to control what you're seeing on the screen. So Zoom has two main views. There is the gallery view where you can see the other participants in the meeting. And there is the speaker view where the speaker occupies most of the screen. If we look at the gallery view, which is illustrated on the left-hand side, you can see there's a number of participants shown here. If there are more participants in the meeting than will fit on the screen on your device, you will then see that there are scroll arrows. So there's one on the left-hand side and there's one here on the right-hand side. And if you're using a laptop or PC, you can click on those arrows to scroll through the participants. If you're using a tablet, then use your finger to scroll through the participants. The other view is the speaker view, where you can see here the bulk of the screen is taken up with the speaker, and at the top of the screen here we can see some of the participants, and you can control whether you see a few participants, just the speaker, or hide the participants. And you can switch between the gallery and speaker view using the controls on the screen. If you're using a desktop, the control to switch between the gallery and speaker view is at the top right hand corner of the screen. And so if you're in speaker view and wish to switch to gallery view to see all the participants, you would then click on the control, which would then change the view to show all the participants, and the button itself would now change to say speaker view. So if you clicked on the button while you're in gallery view, it would then change over to speaker view. If you're on a tablet, again, it's just pretty much the same. To switch to the gallery view, you have the 3x3 matrix that you can see over here for the people using computers. And if you wish to switch to the active speaker, to the speaker view, you've just got a single square with an outline of a speaker. Okay, that really covers how to switch your camera and microphone on and off, and how to switch between the speaker view and the gallery view. Just so that you understand how meetings will be structured, we will try to follow the same format as closely as possible as at the Crook Barn. That means that the session will start approximately 15 minutes before the talk is due to start. And when you join the session, we recommend that you should be in gallery view so that you can see the other participants and you're able to talk to each other. When the speaker is ready to start their talk, they will be introduced, and at that stage, everyone will be muted and the screen will change to the speaker view. The talk will normally be split into two sections with a break in the middle so that you have the opportunity to go and get yourself a drink. At the end of the talk, there will be an opportunity to ask questions. And at that point, you should switch back to gallery view so that you can see who is actually asking the question. If you have a question that you would like to ask, then you should unmute yourself, and when no one else is asking a question, then ask your question. Once you've asked your question, I'd be grateful if you'd mute yourself again. And this keeps the level of background noise as low as possible to make it easier for everyone else to hear what is going on during the presentation. So I hope you have found this introduction to Zoom useful, and I look forward to seeing you at future Zoom talks.